It's her fault.
Not actually. It's our mother's fault. So when I was 12 years old, our mother and some other friends of ours who are musicians, their daughter was super talented, and I played drums at the time, and Leslie has always been a phenomenal singer. So we actually started an all-girl group called Grounded, and we did mainly 1950s and 60s girl group covers. And so we were singing 3-4 part harmony with the other two girls in the group. It was Andy Hall and Caitlin Bull. And then when I got into high school, Leslie had just graduated. We actually formed a band called the Rip City Rockers with Erica Blinn and Mike Yoakum. And so really for the last 20 years, Leslie and I have been playing music together in and out of bands and for all different kinds of events. We've done weddings and bat mitzvahs and even funerals. I mean, we really have kind of covered the full gamut.
But yeah, we've been professional musicians for 20 years, and we're not that old. So when we tell people that, they're like, "So you started when you were babies?" Yes, accurate.
Accurate, very accurate.
But I had no real dreams of being a singer in a band. It was really like theater was my passion and my focus and my love. But Katie's like, all these musicians are coming over to jam and not one of us sings. Like, I just need you. And every time she ployed that one, I ended up in a band.
You loved it, though.
I continue to love it to this day. So, but I was literally, I owe you a debt of gratitude, because if it weren't for you, I would never have gone this direction.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, this is what it's like at a show. We heckle each other all night long.
We heckle each other all night long, and all love and kindness, and we really are very, very fond of each other. We get along really well. I mean, we have our moments, but we figured out, like, after 20 years of playing together, it's like, you are moody, you need a Snickers and a My Doll, and just calm down. And then after that, it's like, I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry and crabby.
Most of the time when we come to pick each other up for shows, like, there's a Snickers in the car waiting.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'm having a day, and if I'm having a day, there's a good likelihood you're having a day, so we're just not going to talk, and we're going to eat the Snickers, and we're moving past this right now. It's never failed us. It has never failed us.
That's
Indeed.
right, Snickers related, absolutely.
I find it to be the most incredible communicative catalyst for people who are in different walks at different times, have different situations, different life struggles, but for some reason, setting words to music, it automatically transcends barriers. It automatically gets everybody on the same page, and it breeds an understanding that for some reason seems really difficult in just standard conversation, when so many people are talking to be heard and they're not listening, and they're responding to be heard, but they're not responding to answer. And I feel like music bridges that.
I think right now, especially in this time, people are more lonely than they've ever been, and they are looking for a way to connect with other people. And when you go, like, for pre-COVID, when you would go out to a bar, restaurant, and there'd be live music there, everybody, whether or not they were paying attention, their brains would all just kind of connect and entrain, because they were all listening to this musician play their music, play their heart out, and they were all feeling the same things, and they weren't even vocalizing what they were feeling. And that is the power of music, is that you don't have to vocally express your feelings to feel something, and to feel the same thing that the person next to you is feeling. So in times like this, we need something like that, where we don't necessarily have to say, yeah, I'm freaking out, or or I don't agree with this, or I don't agree with that. We can all agree that music can move us to stillness, it can move us to passion, and it can move us to a place of understanding. And I think that's what we all really need right now, is just understanding from each other that we're all in this together, and it's scary, but we can still get through it if we just remain good humans, and we just remain open to each other. My mission with the music that I have written has always been trying to touch individuals wherever I'm performing. It is an amazing thing as a songwriter to play your songs and look out into the audience and see people singing your lyrics, your music, and know that there's something inside of them that they're in it 100%. And so it doesn't matter if I am in a room of 150 people or 5 people. If those 5 people are singing along and I can see, the emotion and I can see them moving, I've reached my goal. I've touched them, and in that moment, we are together completely.
I agree. Sharing our story, sharing our music. I mean, our stories are inherently in the words that we write, our experiences, what we felt, what we went through, and sharing that human experience with other people. Maybe even they didn't realize that they went through something similar themselves, and the way that opens doors for healing, opens doors for conversation, for communication, and for somebody to identify with you, even if they've never met you before, because of something that you wrote. You're putting your stamp on the world, and you're not going to be forgotten. And that person is, I mean, even long after they forget the lyrics to your song, they're not going to forget how it made them feel. And that's a powerful conduit to have that kind of reaction out of other people. It's monumental, and it means a lot. I never thought that we would get this far in music. I really, every day is a blessing. Every time we get a phone call and somebody begging us to, play for their daughter's wedding, or, to do this really special thing. We've had people ask us to, help them, get engaged and pop the question to their unsuspecting spouse. It's a really powerful thing. So I'm really living the goal. Like, we're living it as far as I'm concerned. I never expected to get this far. We're the Lucky Penny Sisters. My name's Leslie Alexander.
And I'm Katie Thompson, her little sister. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to COVAID Live. We really appreciate it. COVAID Live is here to support musicians during the pandemic and give them a platform to get their music out to the public, and also hopefully bring in a little bit of a monetary relief for them as well. So we do have a tip handle at the bottom of your screen. So if you feel so inclined, we would greatly appreciate anything that you can give. No amount is too little. We just appreciate the love that you send us. So please also remember to like and subscribe, because there are going to be so many artists on this channel that you do not want to miss. They're all equally talented, highly talented individuals, and they all need your love and support. So thank you so much for tuning in. So this first tune that we're going to play for you, this is Baby Don't Go.
Oh, this can't be a good sign. I'm falling for you and straight out of line. The more I want you, the more I see. The closer I get to you, the further I am from me. It's the warmth of your skin. It's your smile that draws me in. And when your arms they wrap around, get a little high, wanna fall to the ground. How could a girl like me not love a boy like you, when all I wanna do is what good girls ain't supposed to? Baby, don't go. I need your love to thrill my soul. Baby, don't go. Kiss me deep and hold me close. Baby, don't go. I need your love, oh baby, oh, come home and love me tender on the floor. so bad, I should've wanted you like this. But I can't shake the taste of your lips when we kiss. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. Ooh, baby, don't go. I need your love to thrill my soul. Baby, don't go. Kiss me deep and hold me close. Baby, don't go. I need your love, oh baby, oh, come home and love me tender on the floor.
Right. Thanks again, everybody, for listening. We really appreciate it. One more time, we are the Lucky Penny Sisters. I'm Katie.
I'm Leslie.
This is Leslie. What would you like to do next?
Let's do Ghosting Me.
Oh, all right.
Tuning is important.
As we have found.
Yes. Only 20 years. Took us 20 years to figure that out.
Don't say that.
I'm kidding. I joke. I jest.
So this next tune I wrote with a few friends of mine down in Nashville with Scott Barrier and Donna DeSapo. We sat down together after meeting at the Commodore Grill for a writer's night. And so as we're kind of talking through some stuff, they're like, well, let's talk about some concepts, throw some things around. And I said, well, I've been kicking around this idea of like somebody getting ghosted. And they're like, what's that? And so I had to explain the whole process of what getting ghosted means. And so we came up with this tune, and I love it. It's one of my favorites that I've co-written with other people.
I love it too.
Yeah, it's a fun tune.
You and me, thicker than thieves, been through the highs and lows. Wasn't a minute without you, it used to be so close. 8 days I've been ringing your phone. Hey baby, where did you go? Not a call, not a letter, not a beat, not a tweet, not a text. Well, now you should know better. You gotta give a girl some respect. 'Cause I ain't into mysteries. So why you ghosting me? Could you mess with my head? Keep me in the dark. You're dead end phantom friend, wandering where you are. Did you fall off the face of the earth? Well, mama says, come off the search. Oh, 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 not a call, not a letter, not a beat, not a tweet, not a text. Well, you should know better. You gotta give a girl some respect. Yeah, I ain't into mysteries. Why you ghosting me? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Boy, why are you ghosting me? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Boy, why are you ghosting me? I ain't into mysteries. Why you ghosting me?
Get it.
So this next tune, Leslie and I have, or had anyway, past tense.
Once upon a
Once
midnight
upon a
dream.
time. Unfortunately for us, we had a member of our family who was not the coolest guy in the world. He ended up, he was a preacher and a prohibitioner way back in the day. So he was responsible for setting up a lot of stings and busting bootleggers, half of which ended up being his own family because they lived in the mountains, and that's what you did. So anyway, this particular individual, like I said, not a cool guy. As the story goes, he officiated a wedding during the day, and then that night he shot the groom because he caught him selling moonshine. So that's the kind of person that we were related to. We're not proud of it, but sometimes the best songs are written about the worst people in the world. So
And that is the case here.
that is the case.
The man's name was Malcolm Malachi Day, and they called him the Boogeyman because he was very famous for dressing up in disguises and busting people. So they still to this day talk about the Boogeyman, and we're related to him.
Yep. Down in Welsh County in Bluefield, the Bluefield area of West Virginia. If you mention the Boogeyman, they know exactly who you're talking about.
Indeed. So Katie wrote a song about him.
Go down. With pistols at his side and a Bible in hell, he was the law they called the Boogeyman. Run as fast as you can. No one escapes the Boogeyman. Run as fast as you can. The Boogeyman. He'd go looking undercover at night for all the bootleggers and the moonshine. Catch 'em all, kill 'em, he loved a good fight. He saved the souls and read the last rites. Run as fast as you can. No one escapes the Boogeyman. Run as fast as you can. No one escapes the Boogeyman.
I still love that one. There's certain songs you never get tired of. That's one of them. I love that one.
It's been a fan favorite too.
Agree. Speaking of fan favorites, you know what else is a huge fan favorite that we get requested everywhere we go? Bourbon and wine. So Katie wrote Bourbon and Wine about one of the roughest nights in recent memory that she had ever had. It was a terrible day. She goes to our favorite watering hole in Delaware, and the bartender, who was like maybe 3 days older than dirt, she's a good friend of ours. She's like, Patty, knock me out. I'm done. She's like, all right. She mixes her up a little potion and like slides it over to her Western style and says, good night, Ethel. And that's what this song was written about. It's about bad choices while drinking. And I don't have any experience with that.
Lies and slander. All the way.
All the way.
I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not
Just
even
let it go.
Yep,
Let it go, let it flow. Play your song. Play your siren song.
We'll have to tell that story, too. That's a good
One night I was sitting at home, so pissed off that I was all alone. I walked myself down to Root Brothers Bar, hopped up on a stool and I ordered a shot to drink away the problems that I got. When old Miss Patty came to say hello, what's the matter, friend? You're looking low. I said, Patty, I'd love to explain. Before I do, can I buy you a drink? And I said, mistakes are made of bourbon and wine, and I drink both, so I make them all the time. Oh, girl, come and drink with me. Well, a one shot, two shot, three shot flow. Won't you pick me up, 'cause I'ma need a little more, oh girl. Come and drink with me. I told Miss Patty that things have been rough. I'm single as they come and my friends have had enough. They say I run around and I drink too much, and it's about time that I grew up. She said, darling, don't you pay no mind. They're just jealous that you're living your life. So let's have a toast. Raise your glass, 'cause all those haters can kiss your ass. And I said, mistakes are made of bourbon and wine, and I drink both, so I make them all the time. Oh, girl, come and drink with me. Well, a one shot, two shot, three shot flow. Won't you pick me up, 'cause I'ma need a little more, oh girl. Come and drink with me. Bartender, line up the shots. We'll drink all you got, and then we'll drink some more. So for the next round, and when we go down, we'll drink 'em from the floor. And I said, mistakes are made of bourbon and wine, and I drink both, so I make 'em all the time. Oh, girl, come and drink with me. Yeah. One shot, two shot, three shot flow. Won't you pick me up, 'cause I'ma need a little more, oh girl. Come and drink with me. Good night, Ethel.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you being here for COVAID Live. It is very near and dear to us. Please remember that we have a tip jar at the bottom, so please send us a little bit of love if you like what you're hearing. We really appreciate it very much. Thank you, thank you. And thank you so much to COVAID Live for having the Lucky Penny Sisters.
Yes, thank you.
It is organizations like this that really show us exactly how much love there is, especially in Columbus, for the music community. So thank you so much for giving back and just being top-notch humans. It's awesome.
Agreed. All right, so Pied Piper was actually the last song that we chose to put on our 2015 EP that we released. I wrote it my senior year in high school, and Katie didn't really set with it, and I wasn't even sure if I liked it. But I have all my writing. I have notebooks upon loose leaf pieces of paper, shoved in a filing cabinet about yay high, and we were looking for another song. She's like, we need a fifth. And so I was like, let me see what I have. And I went and I opened up my filing cabinet, and literally the piece of paper with the Pied Piper lyrics floated out and into my hands. And I said, I think that this is a sign, and we have to put it on the EP. And so when we revisited it, we both fell in love with it. But this is about being so hung up on somebody and wishing it away. And you would literally give your last 50 cents to just erase them out of your mind so you didn't have to deal with the onslaught of emotion anymore. So that's what Pied Piper is about. I was a very, very in-depth 18-year-old.
Oh, you were.
I was intense. I
remember.
I needed to calm down.
You did a little. Not a lot, but just a little.
Just a little.
Just enough. We actually like each other now, so, it works.
It helps.
It does. It didn't always used to be this easy.
True.
A picture is a portrait, a moment that came by, held on light and paper. I put yours on the wall, and I walk past it every day. I wanna forget that moment, 'cause you looked good, and I was happy. What's it gonna take to erase infinity? I can pay with money I made, a few more quarters, another shot of whiskey. I'll pay the Pied Piper handsomely, just to erase your memory. You shot straight into me like a bullet from a gun, but there's no exit wound. You're still inside my body. I can't shake you out of my head. Your picture's laughing at me, even off the wall. I feel your eyes watching me. You're watching. What's it gonna take to erase infinity? I can pay with money I made, a few more quarters, another shot of whiskey. I'll pay the Pied Piper handsomely, just to erase gonna take to raise infinity? I can pay with money I made. You won't call us another shot of whiskey. I'll pay the piper.
So the first one, Leslie, you do the intro to this, so I'm going to allow you to do the intro for the mashup.
Okay. Katie and I, we made a mashup of two songs. One song from when I was in high school, and then a song from when our parents were in high school. And we melded them together, and we actually did that for a singing competition that we ended up winning with. And we've very affectionately named it The Mashup. And it's just a lot of good fun because we got a little new school, a little old school. And that's kind of the line, the paradigm that we ride is like, a little 1 foot in either camp, and that's how we like it. So this is our mashup.
First I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
I know.
But then I spent so many nights just thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock, should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Go on now, go, walk out the door. Don't turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Once you're the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye. Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop work, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive work, keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't breathe without you, I'm in heaven. Thought I couldn't say without you, perfect vision. Thought I wouldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought me down without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would love without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over for now, but it won't stop. Thought that I was self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm still gonna be here. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop work, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive work, keep on surviving. Go on now, go, walk out the door. Don't turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Once you're the one who tried to burn me with goodbye. Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? But not I. 1, 2, 3. I'm a survivor, I will survive. Oh, no, not I. I will survive. I'm a survivor.
So this is our dad's favorite cover that we do, which I think is awesome because this isn't even his genre.
It's so not his genre.
Not his decade. He's a classic rock guy. Led Zeppelin is like one of his favorite bands. So when we started doing this song, he just kind of flipped. And for our dad, like, I mean, he's a very shy, reserved kind of guy. For him to get super duper excited, we're like, oh man, we hit the nail on the head.
We did
Oh,
good.
right.
If Dad's impressed, like, and saying things about it. It's a good day.
I mean, he's incredibly supportive, but when
Very.
he gets real excited, you know, you totally
Win.
like
You win.
Yeah, you win everything.
Everything at life.
Yep. So this one is for you, Dad. We love you.
Love you, Pop. Another head hangs slowly, child is slowly taken, and the violence causes silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are crying with their tanks and their bombs and their guns and their bombs. In your head, they are crying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, oh. Another mother's aching heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. But it's the same old thing since 1916. In your head, they are crying with their tanks and their bombs and their guns and their bombs. In your head, we are dying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, oh. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. Oh, 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 oh.
might be hard to see, but I hope she's better than me. I hope she is the one. Maybe she can wait by the phone. Maybe she can stay up late waiting for you to come home. Might be hard to say, but I hope she's better than me. I hope she's the one. It's not me, this woman you want me to be. No, I won't wait all night for the phone to ring. Don't bother with the call, I don't wanna talk it over. And when you come home, oh, I'll be gone. Maybe she won't mind when you call. Maybe she's alright with doing simply as she's told. Maybe that's just not me. No one ever would be happy, and I know I'm not the one. It's not me, this woman you want me to be. No, I won't wait all night for the phone to ring. Don't bother with the call, I don't wanna talk it over. When you come home, I'll be gone. It's not me, this woman you want me to be. No, I won't wait all night for the phone to ring. Don't bother with the call, I don't wanna talk it over. When you come home, oh, I'll be gone.